Welcome back, sports gamers. It's the Natural, and today we're going to take a look at running back development in Madden 16 Connect franchise mode. For running backs, the four main attributes you really want to focus on are speed, acceleration, elusiveness, and trucking. And of course, you don't want to forget about agility as well. You got to throw that one in. Agility is very important as far as running back cutting on a dime, and that's really important when you're trying to get in and out of those holes. So speed does not mean much for a running back if it's not paired with acceleration. Acceleration is how long it takes a player to reach his top speed. Elusiveness is how a player jukes and spin moves and how he slips out of those tackles. So trucking is also very important because it's how a player performs a truck move when he breaks out of tackles. Not to be forgotten is the agility attribute, like I mentioned, because a player that cuts well, it definitely can make guys miss and get to holes much easier. But for now, we want to focus on the top four attributes I mentioned previously: speed, acceleration, and elusiveness. Speed comes down to what type of running back you're most comfortable with. So some people like speeds or speed backs, other people prefer power backs. If you're looking for a speed back, you need to look for speed 90 and above. And with the power back, you don't need the fastest guy, but it does help if he has above 85 or so speed. Anything below that and you start getting caught in the backfield on tackles, stuff like that, you don't want that to happen. Acceleration is far more important than speed, because you can't have a back with top end speed and low acceleration because he's never going to reach his full potential. The lower the acceleration, the harder it is for a player to reach his top speed, and is more likely to get caught from behind. Like I said, this could be the difference between a touchdown or a 20-yard gain. For both the power back and the speed back, you want to have acceleration of 90 or higher to be effective. Now with a speed back, you want to look more into a player's elusive attribute first rather than trucking, which is an attribute you can build upon later. Also with running backs, catching is depending on how you run your offense. You want to have a running back with good catch. You can throw those running back routes out the backfield and different routes like that and beat linebackers on routes. So depending on your offense, catching can or cannot be important as well. But let's focus more on the speed backs and the trucking power backs there. So with the speed back, you do want to focus on elusive attribute first rather than trucking, which you can build later. But why elusiveness? Well, elusiveness is great when doing runs on the outside. You'll be dealing with more defensive backs who tend to have lower tackle rating than to say defensive line or linebackers. This will make it easy to slide in and out of tackles, so you can get those few extra yards that might be a difference between a first down or a fourth down. The elusive attribute you want to find a player has to be in the high 90s. For trucking, unlike elusiveness, you don't need to find a very high rating. You can find a player with the trucking attribute at around 86, 87. It should be good as long as acceleration and speed are in that outdoor range as well. Let's take a look at some of the running backs in the game that are not well known that you can develop into quality starters in Madden 16 Connected Franchise Mode. Starting on with the Steelers, or formerly Steelers, now free agent running back Dre Archer. Not really a sleeper as he has a high profile this year because of success in MUT, but if you can get him on your team, your CFM, he might even be in the free agent pool depending if you're playing with updated rosters or not. But he's a speed demon with 96 speed, 92 agility, 95 acceleration, 87 elusiveness. Not great trucking, but he has that great elusiveness like we said. Has decent catching with 76 catch, 72 catch traffic, and 94 juke, 88 spin move. He is the quintessential speed back in the game pretty much this year. Another RB in the same Dre Archer mode is Corey Grant. I kind of put them both in the same category, really speed demon running backs, 96 speed. Doesn't have the great agility like Dre does, 81 agility, but just enough acceleration to get used to that speed with 90 acceleration there. 38 trucks, 71 elusiveness. He's more like a poor man's Dre Archer, but definitely on the mention list. Gotta throw this guy on there just because he has such elite speed, which is hard to find this year. Next up will be Malcolm Brown from the St. Louis Rams, 89 speed at 5'11", 224. Solid guy, 89 speed, 71 strength, 83 agility, good acceleration, 92 acceleration, has 83 trucking, so good trucking there that you can develop on further. 91 carrying, which is something really didn't mention that is commonly overlooked, is you don't want your running backs coughing up the ball, so 91 carrying is great there. And so this is a very solid all-around running back here. Good solid power back. Next up is Andre Williams for the New York Giants. He is 5'11", 230, 86 speed, 76 strength, 80 agility, good acceleration, 90 acceleration, 90 trucking, which is really good. 86 carrying, not the best receiver out the backfield, but his other stats are solid. Solid power back here from the Giants that you can see if you can trade for, as he's a little bit down the roster, and guys might be sleeping on him, but he's definitely a great power back you can pick up in CFM. Next up from the Chargers, Brandon Oliver, and he's 5'8", 208, 87 speed, 70 strength, 91 agility, 90 acceleration, 84 elusiveness. Solid running back here. He actually has a pretty good catch and carry, 88 carries, 76 catch. Good all-around guy there. Nothing really stands out about him, but he's a really solid starter. And unlike most of the guys list, even though overall doesn't play a huge role, really doesn't matter, actually has a decent overall, probably the highest one on the list here at 80. And last but not least on the list is Chris Thompson from Washington, 5'7", 193. 90 speed, 88 agility, 91 acceleration. He's got 83 elusiveness. He's got some good spin move and 85 spin move, 94 juking, decent carry, 82. You can get that up. Solid catching is 74 catching. Running back is definitely not the hardest position. It's probably one of the easier positions to develop in CFM, but you want to have a good base of physical attributes to start with. Because you don't want to be trying to raise guys' speed and strength and stuff like that, which is very costly. So you want to just have things that are not that expensive you want to raise. So you want to have a good solid base. And these are some of the guys you can get started with that have good solid bases in CFM there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the breakdown there. And if you like, go ahead and subscribe for more Madden 16 content. This is the Natural Sports Gamers Online. I'm out.